I am Dr. Pradeep Kumar Sahu. Welcome you to the Gyanalok Saturday lecture series. And this series is all about social development issues and role of development professional, which is jointly organized by Gyanalok Trust and Department of Social Work, Directorate of Distance and Continuing Education, Utkal University, Odisha. Today we have with us an eminent speaker, Dr. Chitaranjan Subudhi. Dr. Chitaranjan Subudhi is currently working as an assistant professor in Department of Social Work, School of Social Science and Humanities, the Central University of Tamil Nadu, India. He has a bachelor degree in commerce and a master degree in social work from Utkal University, Odisha. And he has also completed his PhD in mental health from the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences in National Institute of Technology, Raulkela, India. Dr. Subudhi has about 12 years of professional experience in the field of teaching, administration, social work, and development in the field of development. Currently, he is teaching psychiatric social work, working with individual and communities, qualitative research, ICT in social development and health system management, and many other things. To his administrative efficiency, Dr. Subudhi is currently serving as a member of Equal Opportunity Cell, Gender Sensitivity Cell, and Discipline Committee at Central University of Tamil Nadu from 2018 onwards. Dr. Subudhi has academic and research interest in the field of human health and mental health, medical anthropology, family and child welfare, disability study, and tribal health issues, and he conducted a number of research and different field level activities in these fields. He has written more than 40 research articles and book chapters in different nationally and internationally reputed peer-reviewed journals. To name a few, Dr. Subudhi has published his paper or book journal published by Elsevier, Springer, Sage, Rutledge, Taylor and Francis, and many other such internationally reputed publishers, which is indexed in Web of Science and Scopus. Dr. Subudhi has vast knowledge and skill on conducting and supervising fieldwork, conducting various soft skill training and professional development program, organized various national, international conference, and edited a number of books. He is also associated with various national organizations, out of which Indian Society of Professional Social Work is one of the eminent nationally reputed organization. He's member of that organization. Out of his vast knowledge and experience on psychiatric social work, Dr. Chitaranjan Subudhi will deliver today on history and growth of psychiatric social work as a profession in India, UK, and USA. On behalf of Gyanalok Trust, Department of Social Work, DDC, Utkal University, and all the participants of today's lecture, I welcome our speaker, Dr. Chitaranjan Subudhi, and request to address the audience. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Clear to everyone? Actually, Pradeep sir's voice was a little bit low. My voice is clear? Anyone can respond, please? That it's clear, full clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So that is very important. So it should be reached to everyone. So
one request to all participants, please mute your mic. When we will have discussion session, you can unmute and ask the question whatever you have. Okay, over to you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Chalo. Good evening, everyone. Today topic is about the history and growth of psychiatric social work as a profession of India, UK, and USA. Before starting to that presentation, let me say something. Already we are in 2023. And the growth and history of the psychiatric social work already been started nearly about more than 100 years. But now it is very difficult to compare everything to place in one place. Still, I tried to place everything in one PPT and to make you better understanding these things. And before that, I want to say one more thing. Recently, I have submitted a book on psychiatric social work, a textbook on psychiatric social work, already been accepted by Rawat. Very soon this book will come. Also, I will share this book with everyone. Why I'm telling this one? Because when I started this course, taking the course, when I joined in the university, I find very difficulty to take the course. There is no such book which will directly which will get the content from the syllabus. So I wrote this book finally last month only I submitted. So very soon it will come and I will share with all of you. Okay, thank you. Let's start with the presentation. Today's presentation, it is little bit confusing, but try to understand. I make it very simple and divide in different parts also this history. Okay, let's start. Sir, my PPT is visible, sir?
Yes, yes, your PPT is visible.
Okay,
Yes.
Now it's scrolling, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
yes,
it's scrolling. I'm in chapter. Sir?
It is working perfectly, yes.
Oh, it's calling. Okay, sir. Thank you. Okay. So in today's presentation, we will focus the three things. The first one is development in UK and USA and development of psychiatric social work in India. Now, before going to this one, I have divided the contribution of psychiatric social work in different phases. Like what was the development of psychiatric social work in World War I, then World War II, then contribution of social psychiatry, social casework, then child guidance clinic and services, National Committee for Mental Hygiene, then American Association of Psychiatric Social Work. There are the different incidents and there are the different associations which contribute slowly for the development of psychiatric social work. Now, we already know that the first time the importance of social work in the mental health, it was came in 1847. If you see, in 1847, the concept came in the national conference. First time one paper was read, the duty of the state towards the insane poor. This was the first or laying stone towards the development of psychiatric social work. Means previously social work working in the several field. So slowly it developed. How they address to the psychiatric population. In between, if you see, after that, several concepts came like friendly visitors, aftercare agents, social service workers, hospital social workers. All the concepts came in different times. First, the concept came friendly visitors. In 1880, the Society for Aftercare for the Insane was established in England, and members were called friendly supervision. And what was their duty? The duty is that those patients already been discharged from the hospital, they were usually follow that patient. Okay. In between, slowly the social service worker came. This social service worker came to take the social worker were engaged to collect the family background of the patient. Basically, they were working as a mediator between the patient, family member, and the psychiatrist. So psychiatrists could not get the sufficient time to collect their family details or to daily follow. That's why social worker also engaged. So slowly this concept came. Even the first time, the psychiatric hospital and clinic and communities like Baltimore and Boston, Chicago, and New York, these are the hospitals, they employed the social workers. Then slowly the concept in 1905, okay, the neurological clinic of Massachusetts General Hospital, they appointed the social worker. The following year, 1906, the New York Charity Aid Association also, they appointed some of the social worker to supervise the patient with mental illness. Okay, so slowly this concept is coming. If you see the tangible expansion of the social worker, the first time in 1913, first time in 19 first time in 19 13, the Boston Psychiatric Hospital, they established a full-fledged department, which is called a social service department. They established this department and they started to understand the mental ill patient, their behavior, and how they are means to go back to the society and other things. So slowly the concept came. And remember, psychiatric social work first developed from the medical social worker. First, the social worker engaged in the hospital as a medical social worker or in the different name like social service, hospital social work. Then slowly the concept came the psychiatric social worker and give a special field. Now, come to the major development of psychiatric social work, which was happened in the World War I. Because in the World War I, majority of the people, those who are army officers, they were and their family members, they were in the trauma. They have faced, most of the people, they face the psychological trauma and different personal and family issues due to the death of the near patient, due to the loss of the life, and so many things. And this is the time where the psychiatrist, they realize that the importance of social worker, and both psychiatric and the social worker, they work together. It is the time of the World War I. So they realize that social worker, not only the psychiatrists, the medical, the hospitals, they also realize that no, social workers are giving a important role, which they are really helpful for the patient with mental illness, and the normal health condition and mental ill is totally different. So it is really helpful. The social workers, they're really helpful. Now, in between, first time they appointed some of the trained social worker in different US Army hospitals. They appointed to take care of the patient. At the same time, the Smith College of Social Work, they started a special training program for with the National Committee for Mental Hygiene Venture. They started a special course for the social work student to give some training, because psychiatric is totally different. It is totally different from community organization or group work when you will work and learn. But psychiatrics, you have to learn first, then you have to practice. That is the main thing. And in between, what happened? First 8-month course was started in an experimental basis. They started an 8-month course. And who are the in charge? Dr. Southard and Miss Jarrett. Both of the people, remember, both of the people, their contribution is remarkable. And if you are talking about the psychiatric social work today, because of these two people, they have started, they have income, means they have means everything they have done. They have writing the article, develop the syllabus in different institutions. They provide the training program, everything they have done. And first time they started this 8-month training program. In between, what happened? Miss Jarrett herself, she started developing a second-year course in the psychiatric social work in the Smith College of Training. And what happened? Due to that one, during 18 and 1908 and 1919, a full-fledged course started. A 14-month course started. This 14-month course started in the name of Psychiatric Social Work with 9-month full-time fieldwork practice. All these things they have started. And these things, when slowly it was developed, at the same time, the same National Conference of Social Work, which was organized in 1990 in the Atlantic City, they also give the priority to how to develop the course, how to give a special elective paper, and how to provide special training to the social work students so that they can work in the psychiatric department. And what happened? Due to that one, in the same year, 1819, in between, New York School of Social Work, they introduced a new course called Mental Hygiene. They introduced a new course. And what was the paper? Social Psychiatry and Psychological Measurement. Both of the things were there. So they started this course in the name of a mental hygiene. So during the World War I, really it helped the development of psychiatric social work in the global era. People realized that the social worker really helpful. Till that time, other methods have been developed, and slowly the casework also developed in before that one, 1919 and 1922. Okay, Mary Richmond already wrote this book. So slowly all the concept came together and people realized that the social worker is the means the ultimate one who will help the people with mental illness. Now, come to other concept of social psychiatry and casework. Social psychiatry and casework. See, when the people realize that the illness, the mental illness is not only the biological or genetic factor, because previously people believe that it's a biological or genetic factor, or sometimes we can say it's a supernatural call also, that is separate thing. But when the psychiatrist first they thought that it is a biological or genetic factor, but after in the early phase of 19, they realized that it is not only biology or psychiatric, there is a heavy consequence of the social factors like family, community, peer groups. They are also having the influence of the development of psychiatrists. So slowly when social psychiatrists came, they realized again the importance of social work has improved. They realized no, social worker can contribute a lot. At the same time, as I already told, during the same time, the method of social casework has developed, fully developed. And the book published by Mary Richmond, Social Diagnosis, then What is Social Casework, she developed all these books. And due to that books, people realized that the importance of psychological and social factor of maladjustment of human being. So people realize that what are the psychological factor and what are the other social factor which is affecting the mental illness. So this book also helped people realize that no, social worker can do all this way. Now come to the term psychiatric social work. For the first time ever in the world, the term psychiatric social work has mentioned in the book The Kingdom of Evils, 1922. And the same person, the book author is the Sutherhart and Jarrett. Both of them, they wrote the book, The Kingdom of Evils. And in that book, first time the term has been appeared clearly and provide a clear definition. Say, what do you mean by psychiatric social worker? So both social psychiatry and social casework, they have an importance role, because people realize that social when they are talking about the psychiatric patient, they realize that the social factors is social factor is an important factor for the development. And in between our casework, the method of the casework, the primary method already developed. So both are the contributing each other for the development. And remember, when we are talking about the growth and development of psychiatric social work, it's not that event is one by one. Several factors affected, like from the beginning I told you, World War I, World War II, then a National Committee for Mental Hygiene, Child Guidance Center, all these things slowly they are contributing to each other for the development in different years. Okay, so by the time of 1915 to 1925, it's clearly developed. The psychiatric social work is already developed, the concept also developed. They have framed different syllabus also in Smith College and other universities. They'll develop the syllabus and slowly it has come to the picture. Now come to the World War II. And remember, when World War II came, by that time already it has developed, the psychiatric social work developed. But by that time World War, people accepted the psychiatric social work, but the psychiatric social get the recognition in different hospitals. Already by 25, we have already developed the psychiatric social work developed. But when Second World War came, the people realized no, they need the social worker. And that time, what happened? Our role had changed. Previously, as I told, the social worker usually in the form of history collection, they were like a helping hand to the psychiatry. Nothing but they were only. But as our stream has developed, our different psychotherapies has developed, casework also developed care, so that we also not only limited our service to history collection, but also we provide diagnosis and we provide different psychotherapies, and we came under medical legal sanction of psychiatrists. Like psychiatrists usually provide the psychotherapist. At the same time, the social work got the approval also to provide the psychotherapies. So, and what happened this time, the psychiatric hospitals, they appointed the social workers and make it mandatory. And if you see the World War, that time they gave the status, military psychiatric social work. They gave the status also because they need the people who can work. And remember, why the social work demand increased? Psychology was there, other stream was there, but why the demand of social work has increased? Because the uniqueness of the subject. We are not only focusing the theory part, we are focusing theory as well as the practical part. Based on that evidence-based practice, we are following the evidence-based practice. That is the main aim. We are providing the therapies. We are providing the what different kind of treatment except the surgery. So that's why the acceptability has increased. We are not only working in the hospital or four-wall setup, we are working out of the hospital also. These are the factors like our group work, community organization. It's really helped a lot for the development of psychiatric social work. That's why not only social work profession and the psychiatric social work profession has its unique point. So people accepted that one. This is about the World War I, World War II, social psychiatry and social case work. In between what happened? Two major things came: child guidance clinic and services, and second one is American Association of Psychiatric Social Work. Both of the things is majorly contributing the development of psychiatric social work. Let me tell about the American Association of Psychiatric Social Work. What happened? In 1918, the first American Association of Hospital Social Worker, it was started in 1918. In 1934, it changed its name as a Medical Social Worker, and finally it emerged in 1955, National Association of Social Work, which so many ethics rules and they are formulating National Association of Social Worker. Now, what happened when the May 1918 it was started? Few people in 1920, few people of psychiatric social worker, they realized that the role of a medical social worker is different from a psychiatric social worker because the uniqueness of the illness is totally different. So what they did, they formed a separate club under this association. An association was there, American Association of Hospital Social Worker. Under this one, they formed a club in 1920. And what they did in 1922, after 2 years, they prepare a separate section. They told, no, it is not a club. We will prepare a separate section under this HSW. Then what happened? Finally in the May 26, 1926, the new independent organization came, named as a American Association of Psychiatric Social Work. Finally, they split from the original association and they formed the separate association. And remember, when the 1926 they formed the independent organization, this is the major milestone. This is the major milestone, the development of psychiatric social worker, because after the formation of American Psychiatric Association, they formulate the syllabus, they formulate the rule regulation, they started the drive of creating the membership. So all these things, and remember that time also they have developed the syllabus also for the university and make a uniformity across the country. Country means UK and US, I am telling that one. So first it was actually the psychiatric social worker, it was developed in basically in USA. Then it came to the UK, remember. So they have formed the syllabus there, all these things, they have slowly the developed. And this is the association really worked a lot to the development of psychiatric social worker. And when the association formed, Mrs. Meg Solomon, the Boston, who was the president, and Kathleen, who was the secretary. They acted as a secretary and treasurer, and they run this association. Okay, this is the major thing. With the association gave us the real input or real life to the psychiatric social worker. Okay, now what was the role of child guidance clinic and service? What happened when the child guidance clinic and service was there? The social worker realized that to send the students for the training purpose. So this child guidance clinic, it helped to provide a practical training to the social worker for and develop the knowledge on psychiatric issues. So they send most of the university, they send for their fieldwork practice Because previously fieldwork practice means for social work, either they will usually follow the send to the community and other organization. But for this one, they send the child guidance clinic where they can work with the parents, work with the child, and with the assistantship of the psychiatrist. So all these things they have started, and that time they usually work changing of the environment. The social worker, those who are worked in the child guidance clinic, they work as an environmental modification. Means they believe that the issue which is happening with the child, it is mostly because of the environmental issue, the social environment which we are telling. So they try to modify the environmental issue, and that's why they call the environment change social worker. So slowly it is developed, the child guidance clinic. And if you see the membership drive from 1920, already I told, now 19 separate group they have created. Okay, 117, and till the data available till 1996, whatever I collected from different books. So till the 1966, we have the data 1173 psychiatric social worker was there in USA. So this is all about the development of psychiatric social work as a profession. If you see at a glance, so these are the things already I told you from 1874, first paper read about the duty of state towards the insane of the poor. Then 1925, the first time social worker was employed. Then same time 1905, other hospitals also they appointed the social worker. Okay, so slowly it has developed. The first social worker appointed in New York State Hospital in a government setup in 1913. Okay, 1917, first our book social case work came. Okay, then mental hygiene were included in New York School of Social Work curriculum. They added the concept mental hygiene courses for the social work curriculum. Okay, the new course training already started by Smith College of Social Work. They started the term psychiatric social work. It was used in the book Kingdom of Evils. It's 1922. Then American Association of Psychiatric Social Worker is formed 1922. They have separate group, and 1926 they have formed a separate from the original association. So slowly all these things has happened in world level. This is all about the UK and USA. This is started. Now come to the India. Now we'll discuss about the historical development of India. Already we know the concept of social work also we have borrowed from the foreign land. The same thing, psychiatric social worker or psychiatric social work, the subject also we have borrowed from the USA and UK. After the development, it came to India. So it is first it developed in the foreign land, and we have borrowed to the India. And remember, the person who is pioneer for the development of psychiatric social work, she is the Gauri Rani Banerjee, G.R. Banerjee, who completed her degree from foreign. Then she joined in TIS. TIS means Tata Institute of Social Science, and they developed. She was the pioneer, and she developed the course also, medical and psychiatric social work. She has the pioneer in development of psychiatric social work in India. So now we'll start how it developed, how it came, how the course came to India. Okay. First thing, you will see child guidance clinic. It was came to India first 1935. See, this information is not controversial because most of the people, if you find the first child guidance clinic, it started in 1937 in what is called in TIS. So don't confuse this one, because most of the literature, if you search in the internet also, you will find this information. The first means CGC, Child Guidance Clinic, came 1937 by TIS. No, it is not like this. The first child guidance clinic came in Delhi. The person Uttam Singh Gava. This is a book which is called Psychiatric Social Work, and this is the first book of psychiatric social work in India by Ratan Burma. She has did the lot of studies. She has did a study and published a book by the Seth publication in 1991. In her book, she has clearly mentioned it was not the 1937 by Tata Institute. It is the first time it has came in 1935. First, it is the Child Guidance Clinic in New Delhi. It came in 1935. In the time, Dr. Gava introduced a different special class with children with mental retardation, and training program for health professionals. Slowly, Dr. Gava, he was giving that time, and he was also close association of the Children Aid Society in New Delhi. Now,
Sir, sorry to interrupt you.
Sir, please.
Highlight. I mean, somebody's highlighting your PPT. May
I am highlighting myself, sir. I am highlighting myself.
Okay. I mean, the underline is here and there, so it is little bit distracting when I'm reading that PPT.
Then okay, sir. Then I will not highlight, sir. I will.
I'm sorry. I mean, if it is proper,
okay,
underline.
Then no, sir. It should be for the everyone, sir. They should. For my, it should not affect. Okay. So I will not highlight too much. I will highlight little bit whatever is required, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks.
Okay, sir. So then the Tata Institute, I will write in this slide. Okay. Then Tata Institute of Social Science, they started the Child Guidance Clinic, and Dr. K.R. Masani, Dr. K.R. Masani, who was an eminent psychiatrist, he was an eminent psychiatrist and started this Child Guidance Center. And what was the main objective? This is the main objective. They told that to provide training facility to postgraduate students. So this is the base. As an academic field, the TIS, they have the pioneer in the development of psychiatric social worker. So what happened in 1939? And which marked as a beginning of medical social worker in India. So that is the time. See, we cannot separate medical social worker to psychiatric social worker. The development of psychiatric social worker simultaneously with the medical social worker, because the first they appointed as a medical social worker. Then the specialized field came the psychiatric social worker. So in 1939, some group of people, they started the training program. Now this is already started the CGC, Child Guidance Clinic, academic course. So in between, slowly the social worker also provide training program there also. Social workers, they have provide training program in CGC center, because it was the only platform to get the service. Okay. Then other institution also, they came, like I told you, 1939, Tuberculosis Association group of volunteer came to the TIS. Now come to the syllabus. And for the syllabus, as I already told, the syllabus has developed by Gauri Rani Banerjee. She was the only person who developed the syllabus. In 1948, they developed this syllabus. And remember, sorry, 1952. If you see, this is 1952. Okay. And the course was combined with medical social worker, known as the medical and psychiatric social work. Gauri Rani Banerjee, she felt that only medical social work or only psychiatric social work is not sufficient, so that she clubbed both of the specialization, both of the course in one umbrella, and she told that one medical and psychiatric social worker. And even the Gauri Rani Banerjee, she mentioned clearly, not only Gauri Rani Banerjee, if you see the other author like Titmos and other foreign author, till date they are also mentioning psychiatric social worker is also a method of social worker, apart from our 6 method, primary method and secondary method, means basic or auxiliary method. They are also claiming medical means psychiatric social worker is a separate method also. They are demanding that one, and that because of they have, it's a specialized field. It is not only the casework which has given the contribution to psychiatry, it is other components are also there. So it should be considered as a method like other method. This is the academic started. And if you see the employment of the psychiatric social worker, the Ayurveda Mental Hospital in Pune in 1949, they employed the first psychiatric social work in India. And her name is Malati Ranade. She was a Marathi speaking candidate. She was social work from TIS. After her completion, she joined as a psychiatric social work in 1949 in Ayurveda Mental Hospital. After following some year, JJ Hospital also, JJ Hospital, this is employed of the psychiatric social work in 1950. Okay. In between, other component which is highlighted, like Bhore Committee Report 1946, the Bhore Committee Report 1946. In that report also, they clearly mention that the importance of psychiatric social work along with the Bore Committee report, Young Husband Report 1959 is India. Young Husband Report 1959, they have clearly mentioned the importance of the social worker and psychiatric social worker should be appointed each and every hospital. So slowly, the importance of psychiatric social worker, including the medical social worker, it has developed and they got the recognition. Now, they developed this course. Now, come to our other academic courses. After this, Tata Institute of Social Science, then diploma on psychiatric social work was initiated by Niemans 1968, which was later 1978. They upgraded into MPhil in psychiatric social work, and also subsequently they are providing PhD. Okay, they have started with a diploma in psychiatric social work, Niemans 1968. 1970, CIP Ranchi, they started diploma in psychiatric social work, and 85 they also what is called upgraded into the MPhil psychiatric social work. Then BM Institute of Mental Health, Ahmedabad, they also started in psychiatric social work 1970, but they discontinued the course. In between, Ranchi Institute of Neuropsychiatric, and they have started also MPhil and PhD courses. And one major thing in the University of Kerala also, they have started psychiatric social work as a specialization in 1975. So, and other slowly after that one, other universities, they are also, and some medical institutions, they have started providing MPhil in psychiatric social work. This is all about the academic development of psychiatric social work in India. And the first book of psychiatric social work in India was written by Dr. Ratan Verma. Dr. Ratan Verma, she was written in 1991. The psychiatric, it was a comprehensive book. If you read this book, now this is not available, but you can find it some of the library like Rinpas or Niemans or some other library, you can get it. This book really helped and comprise all these things, all the concepts related to psychiatric social work, how it developed in India, and what is the this book actually is not a textbook. This is a research book. So that book clearly defined everything. After that, there is no other books also there you will find in psychiatric social work. We are following some of the books by Niemans also, some edited book we are following, and some for the intervention we are following some psychological book or counseling book. So this is all about the academic growth and development of the psychiatric social work in India. Okay, thank you. This is all about the course. If you have any doubt or other thing, you can ask me. Actually, let me tell you the front. I have this history. It is nearly about the 25 page. The history is about 25 page, and it's not that 1.5 line spacing. It is single line spacing. If you see this one, this is the single line spacing. I wrote this, means it is a part of my book. So it is too much. So the development of psychiatric social work, it took too much of time. The first paper which was read in that social work conference after till 1925, it took too much of time, too much of hurdle also. And even if you see in India also today, it is also basically so now 2-3 days somebody what is called share one news in newspaper that our profession diluted by giving a job to other professions, sociology, psychology, okay, rural development, means they are diluting our profession. They are not giving importance. Even if you see in India or itself, Odisha itself, except that North Odisha University, there is no regular courses in university setup, means regular full-fledged faculty department. Other they are running, it's a self-financing course. So as a social worker, we should promote the psychiatric social work each and every hospital as a counselor and other thing also. Thank you, sir. Is any other suggestion, anything to add or anything to know? Please.
Thank you so much, sir, for your nice presentation. It is concise as well as erudite, I can say. So it is really a very nice presentation, and I personally
Sir,
I was thinking,
I
and I
request
believe.
you, please share the PPT with everyone. Let them see me.
Sure,
Some
sure.
students are there.
That we do every after completion of every lecture, we used to share it with the
Sure, sir.
participants.
Please, sir. Thank you, sir.
So nothing to worry about that. And one thing just I can say, first thing is, sir, North Odisha University still it doesn't have no regular department, since no regular faculty is appointed. Second thing is, we all know that we are struggling, and in that context, I can say you are fortunate that at least you are established in social work as a professional social worker. But many people are still struggling to get established in this field.
Yes.
And what I understand, slowly, what is happening in Odisha, not only in Odisha but in India, social work as a profession is becoming upside down day by day.
Yes.
And it is all our responsibility to work for this profession, establish a professional association in India, and as much as possible in our part, we should contribute for the growth of this profession. That should be the oath of all the professional social worker. Uh,
Yes.
because it is all about our bread and butter, it is about our identity, it is about our future. So again, I'm not going to that part, but the Saturday lecture series also started by Ganalok with the vision of that only, how to congregate the social worker together. And if you can see, if you can look at the purpose and objective of this lecture series, it is basically focusing on the issues of social work and social worker. Of course, in some lectures we have covered the social issues in India. Those are highly prevalent. But again, we are adding another thing, another component to that with respect to social work. How the social workers see.
Sir, can I say something, sir?
Yes, yes.
Sir, our Pran sir is there. We should request NHM at least to employ the post which is reserved for social work. Basically, it should not be diluted giving by the psychologist or sociologist. This means the people, because NRHM is the backbone of the health system, not only in Odisha and India. So they should take the initiative so that we will get that one, sir. Our people will get the job.
Sir, this is not the submission by Dr. Chittaranjan Subudhi only. I think all the participants present in the platform will also appeal for the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our share should not be snatched by other people.
Yeah. Can I respond what Dr. Chittaranjan was mentioning, and also you had mentioned. So thank you,
Yes,
thank you, Dr. Chittaranjan, for your very comprehensive, very precisely you had mentioned exactly what is the scenario of the psychiatric social worker. Actually, in between your deliberation, I have got. Let me take these two issues first. Then I'll be coming to your issues as a whole. One is that when we are being a professional, because I have been in this field and mostly in public health domain more than even 15 years. Okay, for the last 15 years, and I have seen this social work domain as such, how it has got the relevance in the field of hospitals or your healthcare domain, or you can say public health domain as such. Definitely, it has got its relevance and it has got its significance. But when I'm taking this Dr. Chittaranjan, just directly, if I'll be precisely, I'll be mentioning whether this psychiatric, if it has got the domain, if this psychiatric social domain has got the same aspects or same purpose of addressing today's mental health. One is that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
that
sir.
is one. That is one. Second is that besides this, as you were mentioning, I was going through your rigorous, your very comprehensive, intensive literature base that landing, how it came into, and after 1925 in India, it has got its own existence. But to me, if it has been accepted, as you had mentioned somewhere, that psychiatric social work has been accepted as the methods of social work, right? So how exactly the issues of a methods? That is what. So I would like to know from your voice actually exactly how we are looking at this as a method, and if at all we are considering this as we have been talking, or there have been so many hue and cry regarding this mental health domain as such, because being a social workers, when we look at the hospital administration or
Sir?
Sir, your voice is not audible. If you can hear us.
Pause. Okay, otherwise let's start with from last statement given by sir that regarding that method. Sir, it is not the method that I am telling. It's 1940 also.
Sir, actually first let us ensure whether he can hear us or not.
No, Pradeep sir, that's fine. I mean, we can hear also. So the question is, answer is,
Yes,
we are
yes.
waiting for that. Yeah, please.
Yes.
Chittaranjan sir, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Now he's available. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Now
Yes, sir.
Dr. Chittaranjan is responding to your question. Over to you, sir.
Yes,
please.
Sir, actually, in 1940, if you see the book French, written by the French Psychiatric Social Work, they also mentioning that it should be considered as a psychiatric social work, should be considered as a method. Even Gaurirani Banerjee in her article, Psychiatric Social Work Profession in India, she also mentioned that thing, it should be a part of the method. See, sir, when we are talking about method, so many things are coming.
Yeah.
They are considering we should take it as a method. But if personally, if you'll tell that one, sir, for method, we should have a principles, we should have other procedure of work, working procedure, ethics, values. For specifically for the social worker, not only psychiatric social, even for mental health also, we have a separate principle. See, the principle which is following in community organization, not at all same for the principle which we are following in the psychiatric setup. And psychiatric setup, the knowledge domain is totally different, sir. First, we should know the all kind of the technology, terminology related, which is mentioned in the ICD or DSM. First, we should know what are the terminal types of mental illness. Then second part is the intervention part. The intervention of community organization of group work, sir, in the field, it is totally different for the intervention of a patient with a mental illness.
Right.
Because the intervention is basically we are borrowed from the psychology department. All the psychosocial means assessment, maybe psychosocial side. Basically, we are focusing psychosocial assessment and psychological intervention, all kind of therapies, all these therapies we are intervening. In that perspective, we can tell it as a method, sir. But claiming it's a full method until up to approved by the higher bodies like National Association of Social Work, we cannot claim, sir. As we have borrowed from this foreign land. So it may be come after some year, it may become considered as a method, but we are telling that it may be considered, sir.
Okay, right. Yeah. I was wondering also. I'm surprised to know that also, that you mentioned rightly that it should be considered, and with all these means and ways like its methods, processes, how we are going to apply, and so many therapies are there. It's coming. It is also required. So nicely being told by you. And regarding that, I was mentioning that you had also mentioned that whether we are considering this as the part of this mental health domain under the public health domain as such. That is there, no? Mental health.
I could not get, sir. Public health? I could not get that last line, sir. Pradeep, sir, can we elaborate what
integral part of this mental health, or when we are addressing?
No, he was just asking
when we are talking about
mental health is a part of public health or not. Probably
not
definitely, sir. It's a part of public health, sir.
No, not public health. No, that is not the part. Sorry to interfere here. I was mentioning, or I was looking at that psychiatric social work, and at the same time your mental health must be having their linkages, and must be complementary, supplementary to each other. That was my concern.
Yes, sir. Means you are telling psychiatric social work and mental health worker.
Yeah.
Sir, mental health, sir, if you will see the DMHP, District Mental Health Program, the composition of that members, if you will see in the hospital, the composition, So psychiatric social worker is a special post, sir. If you see those who are appointing, including that 8 or 9 posts, including psychiatric, psychologist, psychiatric social worker, including record keeper also, they have some 9 sanction posts. In that one, psychiatric social worker is a special post, sir.
Right. Anyway, we can ask our MSW guys who are passing out or after completion of the social work MSW, they may have the specialization course now with regard to the psychiatric social work.
Regarding the specialization, sir, let me clarify one thing, sir. Normal social worker is not eligible for the post of psychiatric social worker. They are eligible for social worker, sir. If you see
Right.
the advertisement of Nimans, sorry, not only Nimans, sir, AIMS or any other hospital, in
Okay.
social worker separate post, psychiatric social work separate post. Psychiatric social worker, they are clearly mentioned MSW with the specialization of medical and psychiatric social worker. Like in our university, we are providing a special, means offering a space, not only elective, it's a full paper, sir. Means there we are in that certificate also it is clearly mentioned social work with the specialization of medical and psychiatric social work or community organization or HRM. We have clearly mentioned, so both posts cannot be the same, sir.
Okay, no, I got your point, but exactly it is a certificate course or post diploma, PG diploma kind of, or 1 year certificate or whatever. What is the duration actually? This specialization course?
No, it's a 2-year course. In the 2-year course of social work, we are providing this specialization course, sir. In the course of like, sir, if you see, means during our time, we are getting one elective paper of family welfare or one elective paper. But now in our syllabus, it's total after first year. The study will be different. Community development, they will study the community development paper. Psychiatric social work, medical, they will read the full 4 papers, sir. The 2 semesters, they will read 4 paper.
Okay, our times also we had got certain specialist papers, so like that also they can take this psychiatric, they can opt for the psychiatric social work, no?
During our time, sir, it was only one paper like family and child welfare, like our university or correctional social work, only one paper. But now it is full place, means total different, sir.
Okay. Thank you. And last but not the least, you all had raised that key how we are looking at the psychiatric social work as a profession. Definitely, state is pushing that because when we are asking for, you might have seen that not only NHM health missions but also our Mission Shakti or livelihood projects or department of women and child department, WCD, and others are looking for this social workers, and definitely health department also looking at this psychiatric social workers because they need to deal with this mental health domain as such and clinical psychologist. So definitely preference are being given to them, but very slowly but very steadily now things are coming up. So ambassador like you and others who are there in this field, they can better preach and propagate for their to uptake those guys who are having this specialization. So definitely we'll be looking into that, and process has been on actually. Previously,
thank you so much, sir. Actually, no, for your concern for our department and our peoples.
No, definitely. That is, you see, that is the fraternity. See, doctors are having their fraternity, engineers are having their fraternity, we are having our fraternity, and we are having definitely affinity and inclination towards our this social work profession. So if guys, that's why I was putting this issue before you all, that if at all somebody is going to have this MSW, they should be having these specializations. They can go for this mental health or psychiatric social worker, whatever. These things are coming, and so that they can better pitch in within this scope of health sector, because health sector is a very vast platform now. So definitely things are coming up. May not be so widespread, but things are coming up definitely in the context of Odisha, I can say.
Sure. We can again try to apprise the Odisha Professional Social Workers Association to look at this aspect, since it is one of the major aspect and emerging as the major health concern nowadays. So we have to think about that. I thank you so much, sir. I request other participants if they have any questions or any doubt regarding today's presentation. They can unmute themselves and ask their question.
Good evening, sir. Namaskar. Myself, Josna Das. I'm speaking from Paradip, sir. I'm a student of Pradeep, sir. While doing my post graduation in social work, and actually, sir, I passionately started helping the cancer patients of Jagatsinghpur district. But then I found a lot of problem because I didn't know what is my boundary and where to stop and what is my rights, how far I can help. So I forcibly took this course because I saw that it's not possible to work without education. And really, it helped me out. And social work is purely, therefore, I define it as a professional and a vocational course. And our session was, in fact, 8 to us. It was very nice. And I really loved it. It is very, very informative, much more. And in my field it is, therefore I liked it, sir. Thank you for the
Thank
session.
you. Thank you, madam.
So, sir, could you understand her question? She was just trying to ask actually, since she's dealing with the cancer patient, how to deal the psychological issues.
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Josna ma'am, can you again repeat your question? Yes.
Sir, since we are working along with I have registered myself as a health social worker, but there also we need a lot of counseling work. And the counseling work, do you think that will be done by anybody else, or we can only take it up like I'm doing it for those patients whom I'm taking it up?
Yes, ma'am. That actually, this is this mindset. Basically, I'm telling this mindset, and due to this lack of in our syllabus, taking our job by the psychology people. See, when we are talking about casework, madam, it's more than the counseling. It's more than the counseling. We are not only providing just counseling service are there only hospital. We can go to their home. We are also helping in financially, which is available by the state government, central government. We are providing emotional support. Everything we are doing, and related to the concept to providing psychosocial therapies. If you see now, most of the universities, they are providing a special course on counseling and other kind of therapies, which you can get the knowledge. Actually, I don't have knowledge on that syllabus of Utkal University, but if you see the other, in my university syllabus, we have a special paper on counseling, and in the paper like mental health, medical social worker, we have the full fledged everything, means all kind of intervention, all kind of psychological therapies we are providing, madam. So
Sir,
that student can, and even
my first
madam,
patient who was treated 8 years ago, they love to remain connected with me. So I feel that, okay, our counseling is good. That's why they are connected even today with us. And any problem, any in good news also in their family, they want to share it with us. So I feel we are full-fledged professionals.
Actually, during madam our time, means I completed in 9/11. Our time usually go to either NGO or community, the community across the Bhubaneswar or NGO. But we never had that opportunity to go to the hospital and have our internship. If I don't know now, if it is started, it's good. So our students
But
should go.
now
The
we are
social
very
students
powerful. In medical hospitals, we are very powerful, sir. I'm dealing with it. And my patient went with some health card and they were not addressed. The moment I sent my one mail in my address along with my identity card, sir, immediately they came, they have taken cash. They have returned the cash, and as per the requirement, they have done the treatment. So now, sir, we are no more that powerless, but we have to know. I didn't know this. So I used to go
we should
to
know our power, madam. See, as a social worker, it's
door
not
to
we are
door in
providing
order
only
to
counseling. We have the knowledge of other sphere also. We are helping the patient. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Josna. I hope you got your answer. And another question asked by Anita Punya. Anita, are you there? I hope you can directly ask this question, whatever you have written in the chat box. Yes, yes. Just unmute yourself and you can also switch on your video and ask the question. Anita, please. We don't have much time, so others should also know ask their question. Okay, actually, her question is, what is the difference between medical social work and medical psychiatric social work? I think she wants to ask this question.
The difference between medical social work and psychiatric social work.
Yes.
See, both are the specialization. We are coming, means we are studying in under one umbrella, medical and psychiatric social worker. We are not segregating both of the specialization. But if you ask what is the difference between medical and psychiatric social work, it's totally different. The issue of mental illness is totally different of other kind of health issues, because this is the only issue which is having the biological region, which is having the genetic region, which is having the social region also, which is important factor. And several, if you see the ICD and DSM, we have more than 300 type of mental illnesses are there. So we have to understand the illness, the severity. Based on that, we can provide the therapies. And most of the therapies, it is for the people with mental illness. Generally, we are telling some people are the depression, some people are the schizophrenia, some people are the bipolar disorder. What is called, our intervention will be different. And when we are talking about the medical social worker, so the issue will be different. Okay, but it's not that both will both are totally separate. They are working for the development, and medical social worker, they will focus other health issues. So that is the main difference. And when you will going for psychiatric practice, you should have a knowledge on medical social work also. The normal rule, regulation, laws related to medical professions, all these things it is required for a psychiatric social worker also. It's more than above of a medical social worker. I hope she will get that one, sir.
I too also hope she got her answer. Others are also requested. If they have any question, they can also either they can write in the chat box or they can directly unmute and ask their question. Yes, Hridaya, do you want to ask anything?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Sir, especially my question.
Can you switch on your video, Hridaya? If possible, you can switch on your video.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. Sir, so my question is, sir, how to counsel a OCD patient? Especially
how
because
to repeat, please. How to
counsel OCD. Obviously,
can you repeat the question, please, sir?
One second, can you repeat your question?
Sir, OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder.
Achha.
Because I have someone in my life and I have to face her repeatedly. So can you guide me?
Means you are asking the question how to deal with the OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD.
Yes.
Everything we cannot manage ourselves. See, when any patient is coming, except depression, or only I'm taking depression, not the MDD, major depressive disorder, or schizophrenia, until up to stabilized by the psychiatrist, getting the medication, we cannot provide the treatment. Means we cannot provide any therapies, and that therapies will not work out until up to it come to a stabilized position. Okay, that we are telling now dopamine and serotonin and dopamine, that should be in balance in our brain. Then we can provide the therapy, sir. And when we are providing obsessive compulsive disorder, there are several kind of therapies are there, which it should be based on the situation and based on the recipient of the patient. The patient should receive what kind of treatment she is accepting. And see, when you are talking about any kind of mental illness, the region will be different. The consequences are different for everyone. It will not be same. Though you have OCD and I have OCD, but the region for your OCD and my OCD will be different, sir. It will not be same. So that's why this is the issue. The medical issue is different from psychiatric issue. They have several reasons which is affecting the condition. So we have to understand what kind of issue. See, there are several therapies are there. So based on that one, we are providing. Sometimes people are telling you can provide medication. No, medication is not helpful for the major depressive disorder. Remember, like OCD, bipolar, or schizophrenia, or dual personality, anything. Meditation will not work until up to he will come to that stage to do the meditation. So it is not that everything we can tell it. Based on the situation, we can do that one. See, during my PhD, I was there in 6 months in IGH, Raulkela. So based on the situation, we can provide the treatment. Treatment means the therapy. Generally, I am taking out the therapy. It's based on the situation. We cannot tell that what treatment we will provide for OCD and other things. Sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Rudaya. Yes. Others, I also request others, if they have any question, they can also ask.
Good evening, sir.
Yes. Can you introduce? Yes.
Yes, I'm Yalini from Tamil Nadu. I'm pursuing my MS.
Can you, ma'am, switch on your video, please, if it is possible?
Oh, okay.
You are from Tamil Nadu?
Yes,
sir.
Yes,
sir.
Okay. Please,
Yes.
please ask question.
I'm pursuing my MSW.
Okay.
Now I'm choosing my specialization as medical and psychiatry. And I am going to field work in medical setting, but I don't know where to start, which book to study. Can you refer me any book?
Acha. You are going to medical setup or psychiatric setup? You tell me first.
Yes, psychiatric setup.
You are going to psychiatric. May I know which institute you are going for psychiatry?
Christino Fellowship Hospital in Vattanchitram, nearby Palani.
Acha. Okay, we are going to that one. See, first thing, for personal suggestion, when you are asking the question, first you read ICD or DSM, not DSM. Don't read DSM, you read ICD. First you came to know, now ICD 11 came, first you came to know what type of illness are there. First try to understand, because you are going to the psychiatric. It is available in the online, okay, by WHO, it is available ICD 11. Okay, read the updated one. When you are reading that one, you will find the difference between, see, when you are taking schizophrenia is 20 types. First, you should segregate what type of is there. That is the first source. You have to read that one. Okay. Then come to the assessment part. Okay. Psychosocial assessment. Sociological, psychological, medical assessment, or mental status examination. Okay. All these three things. Try to understand all these three things. Achha, now come to the book. If you tell that one, in India, there is no ready-made book is available for that one. And I hope the book which I am going to publish, it will cover all the syllabus across the India. Okay, I will share once it will publish. In that, everything is there. But otherwise, you can go for other kind of assessment. First one is social assessment, physical assessment, psychological assessment, and very important is MSE, mental status examination, where you can check the behavior, attitude, learning, everything, all kind of things you will get it. Okay, that will get it. Some of the standardized scales are there. Okay, or you can refer some of the psychological book. Okay, now third part, the intervention part. Very important. It is intervention part. One book is there in it is, I think it is available in Niman's, I think. That is a very easy book. The intervention, the book is Psychiatric Social Work also. It's an edited book. Okay, all kind of therapies are there. So that therapies you read, ma. Okay, all the therapies, play therapy, group therapy, marital therapy, all the therapies are there. Okay, psychodynamic therapies. Okay, all therapies you would know. Then you will apply based on the, when you will read the therapies, you will understand. Okay, otherwise you can read the book King Morgan also. Okay, King Morgan, the Introduction to Psychology. That book is there, King Morgan. That book you will find the human development. That book will helpful you. Okay, because that's why I'm telling, psychiatric is totally different. First you have to read the theory, then you will go to the field. Okay, some other books are there. Okay, sir will share the PPT. You text me, I will share some of the books also. Okay, related to the psychiatry and assessment also and intervention also. Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ajini. Others are also requested to ask their doubt if anything they have. I think that there is no more question. But lastly, sir, I will ask one question.
Please, sir.
In a situation like in a country like India and the situation of social work, as you all know, there is no professional identity and the academic institutions are passing through crisis. There is no building, there is no teacher, there is no textbook, and the issues and challenges are gigantic. If you one sentence or one word
Yes.
we'll try to define, probably this is the situation of social work in India and of course in Odisha also. So when social work is gradually losing its identity, of course it did not have any identity established in our country. So when we are talking about losing the identity, I don't know. Being a social worker
Sir,
and
identity,
professional,
once you will get, once our association will come. Association means they are drafting one regulation where we can register ourselves. Until up to we get our that number and the professional status,
Yes,
we are
yes.
telling social work is a professional course. But UGC clearly mentioned in one guideline, media and this thing they removed from scholarship because they are not considering it's a professional course.
Of course,
So
they
until
they are not saying it is not a profession. They have clearly mentioned it is a discipline.
it's a discipline. It's a discipline. You are right, sir. You are correctly pointed out. It's a discipline.
Yes, yes. So it can be a profession based on our effort. It will be. So my question here is, how do in such a crisis situation of the mother subject, how do you see psychiatric social work as a professional practice in future in India?
Acha. Here one good thing came to my mind. Now recently one bill passed, Health and Allied Services Bill, sir. If you'll see the new bill came. In that bill, in the last line, means in the practice, they have mentioned the medical social worker actually. They are not mentioning the full social worker. They are only mentioning health social worker. So see, sir, first we have to get our identity. Until up to you will get our identity as a social worker, we will not get identity as a psychiatric social worker. That's why that is the problem which we are unable to register ourselves in this act 1992. Our what is that called? It's not coming to my mind. That 1995. What is that act name, sir? We should register like psychology for the practice. Practice we have to register in that act so that we can practice. It's not coming to my mind. It is there 1992 or 1995. So we have to first register ourselves, sir. Then only we can get the identity. And most of the thing we don't have a strong association in the Indian level, sir, which is really required to create a demand and create a situation where we'll get our identity. If you see, sir, in Tamil Nadu also, simple example I'm giving in Tamil Nadu and Kerala also, sir, you will find the social work is a regular subject in colleges also, sir. In our Odisha,
I know that.
In Tamil Nadu, you see, sir, means regular course they're providing. So
same also in Bangalore.
Yes, sir.
Karnataka,
you're right, sir. Bangalore also. And second thing, if you will add our subject in PCS services, state PCS or central PCS service, then definitely the recognition will be more, sir. Everyone is trying that one. If you add this course in the PCS service. So this is my view.
Yes, sir. Very rightly you told. Actually, without getting identity to the mother subject, specialization cannot get identity.
Okay, will not get identity.
Yes, we all should work for the identity of our profession first. After that, specialization can automatically get their identity. The last question asked by Mr. Arun Maharana: mental health deal by psychiatric social work or normal social worker?
Sir, I didn't get. What can you repeat, sir?
Mental health, whether mental health is dealt by psychiatric social worker or normal social worker. Of course,
sir, normal social worker, be frank, I'm telling, normal social worker cannot deal, sir. They don't know which mental illness. First, they should know which type of mental illness it is there. They have to deal psychiatric social worker. I'm not telling psychiatric social worker, if the social worker having the knowledge on mental health. If they don't have the knowledge on mental health or paper on mental health, they cannot deal, sir. As they will not understand what is mental health, what is the factor is affecting. That is totally issue. They should know, and what type of counseling they will give. And it's not the normal that you will go to the field, you will learn from the field. First, you need the knowledge. I'm telling you, basically, the psychiatric social worker, first you need the knowledge of theory knowledge. Otherwise, you cannot practice. Never. You don't know what type of schizophrenia. They will tell what type of schizophrenia. You don't know what type. So that is not at all possible, sir. First, you have to know the theory, sir.
Yes, of course. Specialization is required. Specialization is required to deal with any kind of issues.
Sir, knowledge is required, sir, not specialization. Knowledge is required.
Knowledge along with I will say obviously if someone is specialized, I think he or she must be having the knowledge. Otherwise, how can we say it is specialized? So thank you so much, sir, for your nice presentation. Indeed, we had a lot of discussion about the topic, and it is an emerging topic in India. We all know, and after COVID-19 crisis, the psychological issues, the need of casework intervention has significantly increased day by day. But it is our problem that we are not able to recognize our subject. We are not able to bargain with the different stakeholders to get the identity, and it is the time for all of us to work for that. Otherwise, it will simply get vanished once. Thank you so much, sir. And
Thank you, sir.
as you all know, actually, we are towards the end of this lecture series. It was designed for a period of 5 months. Unfortunately, I can say you in every lecture, the average participation is around 70, 65 and 70, and consistently it is maintained throughout the lecture. We have only another 2 or 3 lectures to complete this series, and we are
again, sir, you are taking this initiative. First time in Odisha also, such initiative has taken, sir. At least student will get benefit this from the recording also. It's not an easy task, sir. Contacting with the expert, their expert means timing. See, sir, today also Saturday. Today, with so many busy, still we are giving the time. We want the students to learn.
Correct.
So that
actually,
is it's a great work, sir. We salute your work.
No, sir. Actually, that was my concern for my fraternity and my peoples. Yes, as much as possible in my part, I should connect the people and the experts so that they can learn something about social work. This is a simple, very small initiative by our team. We are working as a team, and many people are contributing for this cause. And we are also planning for the 3rd lecture series with the cooperation of others. And particularly, a special series will be running on medical and psychiatric social work, at least for 3-4 lectures. That is what is we are planning, and in that regards, definitely we'll take your support, since you are you are an expert in the field of medical and psychiatric social work, as I believe. So you can be of great support for this. And I sincerely thank all the participants and those who asked their
Pradeep,
doubts
sir.
and questions. Yes, sir.
I'm extremely sorry, sir. First of all, I mean, my best regards to Chitanjan sir and all of the participants. And I mean, as much as I can say about Pradeep sir, this is very less to him. I mean, it's a great job arranging the people, arranging the lecturer, arranging the guest. And with the platform, we are looking at that. I think since after 2020, it has been more effectively working as the virtual mode. So in that mode, we can understand the expression, body language, and the question and answer about the psychiatrics and MSW. That is the out of the world thing, actually. My one, maybe I'm asking out of the subject, please forgive me. I saw the PPT, it's been covered till 1991 on that. So now we are in 2021, I mean 21st century. So as Pradeep sir mentioned, we are arranging the next 3rd lecture series. would it be humble request if you can enhance your slide with the current situation and scenario, including that students which has been impacted due to the result, due to the digital platform and everything. So it would be really great help. And not only Odisha, I'm from Odisha, though it is my my touch to my heart, but still it can be across the globe. It can be helpful for the children and all the group of people. Sir, you are on mute actually.
Can you unmute? You are muted.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, you are audible.
It's loud and clear, sir.
No, again you are muted. Can you unmute? Dr. Chitaranjan, you are not audible. Actually, you are muted.
Hello?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Sir, my screen is
now you are
visible.
audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
it
sir.
is visible.
I will show you something, sir. This is actually my book, which has already been completed. You
Wow.
see, sir, I have taken till 2017, sir.
Excellent, sir.
It is there actually, sir. Due to lack of time, I could not add. Again, some other thing will add. Till 2017, it is there, sir. And some
That
of
is the reason
syllabus,
sorry to interrupt you. That is the reason I requested Pradeep sir mentioned the third lecture series. Definitely, it would be, it is a pleasure to have you in the second session. So we would love to hear from you actually.
Yes,
So
sir. It is there.
the sequel is coming.
It's there, sir. All
This is
matters
just a
are there,
trailer.
sir.
Nice to hear
Okay.
you from sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Once and thank you all the participants. Again, on behalf of all the participant Gyanalok team, I sincerely thank Dr. Chitaranjan Subhuti to accept our request and present such a nice topic. And in the in South India, actually, we know the prevalence of psychiatric social work. If it is actually it has some existence, or it is actually known by the people. It is due to the people of South India, probably, if I am not wrong. So, and probably that is the reason Dr. Chitaranjan has moved to South India to acquire more knowledge on psychiatric social work. Thank you so much, sir. And definitely we all will be benefited out of that, since you are working hard in the field of psychiatric and mental health issues, all these things. And you have published a number of, I was going through your CV, you have published a number of articles in different reputed journals. Definitely that will also support to our future generation, those who are coming to understand the issues of psychiatric and mental health issues in the context of social work. Thank you once again. Again, we will meet in the next Saturday at 6:30.
Sure, sir.
Good night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your nice suggestion. Thank you, sir. Namaste, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Namaste, sir. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot, all of you. Have a nice evening
Namaskar.
and rest. Enjoy the weekend.